Imagine waking up in a tiny wooden house on a quiet island in Okinawa, Japan. The air is crisp. The sun is just rising over the ocean. And sitting in that home is a 105-year-old woman, slowly preparing the same morning drink she has consumed every single day of her life. Her hands may be wrinkled, her back slightly bent, but her mind is sharp, her smile is full of life, and her energy seems almost ageless. While in the rest of the world we spend billions of dollars on supplements, energy drinks, and pharmaceutical miracles, these people, in the so-called blue zones, live to 90, 100, and even 110 years old with a level of vitality most of us can't even imagine. And they do it with a drink so simple, so cheap, and so natural, you won't believe it's real. But here's the disturbing part: this secret has been largely ignored, even suppressed. Because if people discovered that true longevity and energy could come from a humble morning ritual, entire industries would collapse overnight. The supplement companies, the pharmaceutical giants, the processed food manufacturers, they all depend on you not knowing this. So, what is this mysterious drink? Why are doctors and researchers quietly fascinated by it? And why does no one in the West ever talk about it? The truth is that across every blue zone, Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Ikaria in Greece, and even Loma Linda in California, there is a pattern. Different cultures, different foods, different climates. But the same hidden ritual: a natural morning drink rooted in plants, herbs, and grains that fuels their day and seems to guard them from disease. It's not coffee drowned in sugar and milk. It's not an energy drink filled with chemicals you can't pronounce. It's something more primal, something that has been passed down for generations, almost like a coded secret whispered from parent to child, guarded by the oldest living people on Earth. Now, before I reveal what's inside, let me tell you why this is so extraordinary. In modern science, aging is tied to three key biological processes: the shortening of telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of your DNA, the buildup of inflammation and oxidative stress, the breakdown of cellular recycling, known as autophagy. These sound like complicated, abstract terms. But here's the shocking truth: the very compounds hidden in these morning drinks directly protect your telomeres, fight inflammation, and even trigger autophagy, a natural process where your body cleans out damaged cells and regenerates healthier ones. That means this isn't just about feeling good or having energy in the morning. It's about literally slowing down the clock of your body. Doctors in the West rarely talk about this because the focus is always on selling you something new. A new drug. A new multivitamin. A new superfood powder. But the blue zones prove that the key has been with us all along, right in nature, and costs practically nothing. And that's exactly why this information feels almost forbidden. Because what would happen if millions of people suddenly abandoned their dependency on artificial stimulants and chemical cocktails, and simply went back to this ritual? What would happen if people realized they could protect their DNA, boost their immunity, and extend their lives with ingredients already growing in the soil around them? The truth would be devastating, for the corporations. But life-changing, for you. So let's peel back the curtain. Let's look at what these people are really drinking. Because once you understand, you may never look at your morning coffee the same way again. So what exactly is inside this mysterious drink that the longest living people on Earth consume every morning? The truth is, it isn't the same recipe everywhere. In Okinawa, Japan, it often begins with green tea, but not the kind you're used to. This is a potent, locally grown variety, rich in catechins, a class of antioxidants so powerful that scientists found they can slow down the shortening of telomeres, literally delaying cellular aging. Sometimes, they blend it with leaves from a local tree called ghetto, or shell ginger, which is compounds so unique that researchers now call it the longevity plant. In Sardinia, Italy, the secret is different. Imagine waking up in a mountain village, surrounded by stone houses that have stood for centuries. The elders here often begin their day with a simple herbal infusion of rosemary and wild sage. These herbs are packed with polyphenols that act as natural anti-inflammatories, protecting the heart and brain. One Sardinian man, aged 99, explained in an interview, "I drink this tea every morning before the sun rises. It cleans my blood, keeps my mind clear." In Nicoya, Costa Rica, the ritual shifts again. Families drink a corn-based beverage called pinolillo, ground maize blended with local herbs. On the surface, it sounds humble, almost too simple. But hidden in that corn are amino acids and antioxidants that stabilize blood sugar, while the added herbs provide immune protection. This is why, Despite modest incomes and limited medical access, the people of Nicoya have some of the lowest rates of middle-age mortality in the world. Now here's the most shocking part. These drinks, though different in ingredients, all do the same thing. They activate what modern scientists call cellular defense pathways. Let's break down what that means. Telomeres protection. Every time your cells divide, your DNA gets a little shorter at the ends. These are the telomeres. Once they get too short, the cell dies. But polyphenols and antioxidants in these blue zone drinks slow that process. In one Japanese study, older adults who consumed green tea daily had significantly longer telomeres than those who didn't. Longer telomeres equals longer life. Autophagy activation. This is your body's cleanup system, recycling damaged cells and replacing them with fresh, healthy ones. The polyphenols in rosemary and sage, combined with catechins in green tea, literally stimulate autophagy. Think of it as pressing the reset button inside your body every morning. Nitric oxide boost. This is the molecule that relaxes your blood vessels, improves circulation, and protects your heart. It's found naturally in some of the herbs and plants in these morning drinks. Western medicine sells expensive pills to boost nitric oxide, yet here it is, naturally available in a village herbal infusion. So you see, what seems like a simple drink is actually a biological shield. A shield that corporations don't want you to know about because it would destroy their business model. Why buy endless bottles of supplements, energy shots, or prescription drugs when a 10-cent cup of tea or herbal infusion could give you the same or better results? And this isn't just theory. Let's look at the people themselves. In Okinawa, researchers interviewed centenarians, men and women past the age of 100. One woman, still tending her garden at 103, said, "Every morning, before I eat anything, I drink my tea. It keeps me young inside." When asked if she believed it was the reason for her long life, she smiled, "Of course. My parents did the same. Their parents did the same. We don't change what works." In Sardinia, shepherds in their 90s and even 100 still walk mountain paths every day. Their routine always starts with herbal tea brewed from the same plants growing wild in their villages. To them, it's not medicine. It's culture. It's ritual. It's life. And in Nicoya, families drink their corn herb beverage together in the mornings. It isn't just about health, it's about connection. The family bond is strengthened through this shared ritual, which modern science now says also protects their brains and bodies. So here's the question: if these rituals have been quietly fueling the longest living people in the world, why don't we hear about them? Because they don't fit the narrative. Western culture thrives on instant fixes, flashy packaging, quick energy, and expensive promises. Companies sell us sugar-filled coffee drinks for $5 each, or supplement powders for $60 a jar. They don't want you to know that the world's true longevity champions are living proof that the most powerful medicine grows in your backyard, costs nothing, and is already validated by centuries of tradition. Think about it. If millions of people woke up tomorrow and swapped their caramel lattes and energy drinks for a simple Blue Zone-style morning ritual, the billion-dollar industries of processed foods, supplements, and pharmaceuticals would collapse. That is why this knowledge feels almost forbidden. It is knowledge that threatens profit, but gives power back to you. Now let's compare this hidden wisdom to the way we start our mornings in the West. Instead of slow brewing an herbal infusion or grinding natural corn with family, we rush to the nearest coffee shop. We gulp down caffeine overloaded with sugar, cream, and artificial syrups. Or worse, we grab an energy drink filled with synthetic chemicals and stimulants that spike our heart rate and leave us crashing hours later. We call it normal. But maybe this is why we are aging faster, why we are collapsing under epidemics of heart disease, diabetes, and anxiety. Not because of weak genes, not because of bad luck, but because of what we drink every morning. Think about that. A single daily ritual could be the line between sickness and vitality. Between a short life and a century of strength. In Okinawa, in Sardinia, in Nicoya, people are not trying to be healthy. They are not obsessed with diets, supplements, or apps. They simply follow the traditions passed down to them. And those traditions, these morning drinks, are quietly doing what no pharmaceutical company has ever truly managed, extending both lifespan and health span. One Sardinian elder once said, "It is not the drink itself that gives life. It is the way we honor it every day." And maybe that's the final secret: consistency. These people don't chase fads. They don't switch every year to the latest miracle powder. They wake up, they prepare their ritual, and they live. So here is my challenge to you. Replace your morning routine with a Blue Zone inspired ritual for just 7 days. 7 mornings. No sugar bombs. No artificial stimulants. Just a natural infusion of plants and herbs the way humans have done for centuries. Watch how your energy shifts. Notice how your mind feels clearer, your body calmer, your mood more stable. You may not become a centenarian overnight, but you'll feel the spark of what these communities have known for generations, that the path to longevity doesn't begin in a laboratory or a supplement shop. It begins with a humble cup in your hands each morning. Would you dare to try it? If so, type yes in the comments below, down pointing finger emoji. And don't forget to subscribe, because in the next video, we'll reveal another Blue Zone ritual, the evening tradition that allows families to sleep like children and wake up with hearts as strong as warriors. The choice is yours. The knowledge is no longer hidden. The only question left is, what will you drink tomorrow morning?